students, welcome in this new form of virtual education. Myself, Professor Aditi Damle, I am going to talk you about service marketing subject in your semester, in this semester. Okay, you are marketing specialization students, you have many subjects in marketing. Now you will understand how you will market a service. Okay, because whenever marketing comes, there are two things you will market, either goods or services. Now this separate subject is especially for understanding how you will market the services in the market. Our subject flow like this. First unit will talk about introduction to service marketing. In that we will cover what is service, what are the characteristics of service, then what are the environmental factors involved in service marketing, the difference between goods and services, consumer behavior, positioning, service recovery, type of contact. These are different modules you will learn in the first unit. Then we will learn in second unit what is the service marketing means, branding of services, then service delivery. In third unit we will understand what is quality aspect of service marketing, where we will learn about productivity, demand and capacity alignment. In fourth unit we will understand overall marketing of service in a domestic market as well as in international market. And in addition to that, we will also learn about recent trends in service marketing. Let's start with our subject, service marketing. Now before go to marketing, let's first understand what is service and then its characteristic. But before that, what is the difference between goods and services, which is very important to understand. Whenever we say goods, it is thing that people make or grow to sell. Anything, biscuits, cart, chair, table, anything that you can touch, you can feel, anything physical, it is goods. But when you talk about service, it is we can say feeling, it experience. There is nothing in physical or nothing a thing. Understand the difference one by one. First difference is it is a tangible in nature. Wherever we talk about goods, goods are tangible, means what, you can touch the good, you can show this is Parle-G biscuit, you can touch the good, it is tangible, physical. But services are not tangible, means what, these are intangible in nature, means you cannot show this is a Vodafone service or it is Airtel service, you just experience it, that is the service, nothing is physical. Second difference is it is homogeneous. Goods are homogeneous in nature, means what? You buy Parle-G from Mumbai, from Alibag, anywhere, the same packaging, same quantity you will buy. So homogeneous, same production, identical products. But in case of services, heterogeneous, means it change according to service provider. Now if you take services from X doctor, services from Y doctor, services from Z doctor, the service of each doctor is different. So that's why it is heterogeneous. No same, nothing is similar. Third difference is production and distribution are separated from consumption. When you talk about goods, it is produced in somewhere in factory, then distributed through distribution channel, like from manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and then consumer, a certain distribution chain. And then it is consumer come to the shop, he buy that particular goods and then consume it. But in case of services, the production, distribution and consumption happen simultaneously. The production, distribution, consumption happen when the buyer and seller interact with each other. Okay, so in case of physical goods, your production and distribution is happen somewhere else in factory and distribution channel, but consumption takes place after consumer buy your product. But in case of services, production, distribution, consumption happen simultaneously. Take the example of beauty parlor. If I want some beauty treatment, I will go to a beauty parlor and I will tell her to do this XYZ treatment, then she will do it on the spot. So production, distribution and consumption, the feeling I will get of freshness on the spot simultaneously. There is nothing separate. Now in case of goods, it is a thing. Thing means you can touch, it's physical. but in case of service it is an activity or process you will experience. Then next difference is core value produced in factory. The goods are manufactured in factory, okay, and services core value produced in buyer and seller interaction. Services happen when there is an interaction between buyer and seller. When doctor meet patient, the service happen. Okay, so interaction is very important. If I want service from lawyer, I should go and interact with lawyer. Then only I will able to enjoy the service of lawyer. So interaction is very important in case of service. But in case of goods, there is no need of interaction between manufacturer and consumer. Now next difference is consumer do not participate in production process. Consumers are not at all participate in production process. Why? Because goods are manufactured in factory and we don't know how it is produced, what raw materials they use. We just go to shop, we buy the goods and we enjoy it. But in case of services, consumer participation is very important in production. If I want beauty treatment, I should be present in beauty parlor. Then only I can enjoy the service. So consumer participation in production is very important in case of services. You can be kept in stock. Goods you can kept in stock, like you buy a Parle-G biscuits in bulk in your shop, you sell it, you can store it. Every good have a expiry date, okay, but in case of services you cannot store. You cannot store lawyer service, doctor service, you cannot store it, you just experience it, nothing else. So storing or preservation is not possible in case of services. Physical goods, you can transfer the ownership to your consumer. In case of physical goods, you can transfer the ownership to your consumer. Take the example of car. If I buy any car, the seller will give me all papers, documents of that car, and I will become a owner of that car after payment. But in case of service, I will not become owner of that service. If I enjoy the service of Vodafone, but I will just enjoy the service of Vodafone, I will again recharge it, but I am not the owner of Vodafone after buying. Okay. Then definition of service marketing. According to American Marketing Association, the services are the activities, benefits or satisfactions which are offered for sale or are provided in connection with the sale of goods. Now according to American Marketing Association, services are the activities, benefits or satisfaction, nothing is physical, which offered for sale. Like doctor offered his services, that he has expertise in certain area, eye specialist. He offered his service for sale or are provided in connection with the sale of goods. Take the example, if I buy a car, if I get after sale service, that become a service connection with sale of goods, means free servicing. Servicing means what? After I buy a car, free servicing of that. It's an example that services are in connection with sale of goods. Second definition is according to Philip Kotler, any act or any performance that one party can offer to another that is essentially intangible, do not result in ownership of anything. Its production may or may not be tied to a physical product. According to Philip Kotler, a service is any act or performance, act of doctor, act of lawyer, in that one party can offer to another party. Essentially intangible, you cannot see the service, but you can feel it, experience it, and does not result in the ownership transfer. I will not become owner of that service after experience. Its production may or may not be tied with physical product. There is not necessary I will get something physical product with it. Okay, if I buy any traveling package, I will get a certain bag, cap, a brochure. These are physical products which are associated with services, but is not necessarily always present with service. Okay, now distinctive features or characteristics of services, we'll understand one by one. First is intangibility, means what? You cannot see a service, you just experience and feel. Take the example, right now I am teaching you a subject. Teacher provide a service that is intangible. You can't feel, you can't touch or you test the service of teaching. You experience the service. Okay, you understand the service, you understand the subject because of my teaching. Okay, so you cannot feel, you cannot touch, and you cannot test the service of teaching. So services are intangible in nature. Then perishability. Perishability means what? You cannot store it. Like we say in normal our life that we take milk, eggs are perishable. Means you cannot store for many days. It's become waste after one day. So perishable means what? You cannot store a service. A train that leaves the railway station half full means that the services of empty half remains unused. For example, I have train ticket, and in a train I have say 500 seats, but out of 500 only 250 seats booked. Other 256 are not books, but on time I supposed to give signal to the train and train will leave. But when train will leave, it will leave half full. Means the services which are not used are waste. So you cannot store that 250 unused service for next time. It is unused and it is a waste. So that's why it's perishable in nature. Now inseparability. You cannot separate production, distribution and consumption of services. Take the example, services of doctor or a lawyer cannot be separated from service provider. In service delivery of doctor is required to present or lawyer is required to present. So you cannot separate the service provider from your service. If take the example, if I buy Reliance Jio or certain or any Reliance product, I will not meet the owner of that particular company. Okay, I will just go to shop and I will buy that particular goods. But in case of service, I will directly meet the owner of service. Then variability and heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means different to different customers. As per when I have three service provider A, B, C. A is different from B, B is different from C. So their style of giving services is different. So service delivery is heterogeneous, but goods are homogeneous. Means you buy a Parle-G in Alibag in Mumbai, you will buy a same Parle-G everywhere. Why? Because it is homogeneous in nature. But you take service from a hotel in Alibag or you take service of hotel in Mumbai or any 5-star, 7-star hotel. It is different because the quality of staff, service provider is different. Take the example, a receptionist of a hotel cannot be extend the smile to all kinds of customer during all her working hour. Now take the example, in my hotel there is one receptionist. There are different variety of customer come to your hotel. Some are very good, some are very irritating in nature. So every time that receptionist will not give a same smile to everybody. Her reaction to the consumer is changed according to the type of consumer. So services are changes according to consumer, according to service provider. So it is heterogeneous, nothing is same. Then ownership. In case of ownership, you cannot transfer ownership of service to somebody. But in case of goods, you will complete transfer of ownership after payment. Now if I buy any car from Maruti Suzuki, I will buy a car after payment, I will get all the papers and ownership of that car. But in case of service, it is not possible. Consumer enjoy hotel room, swimming pool, but ownership remains with the hotel owner or a service provider. Ownership cannot be transferred in case of services. It is very important feature of service. Then simultaneity means what? Your production, consumption, delivery, everything is happening simultaneously. Like the example, consumer has to go to beauty parlor for beauty treatment to beautician, or a beautician come to consumer's place. So production, consumption of services happen simultaneously. But in case of goods, your production is happen somewhere in factory, but you will just go to retail outlet and you will just buy. So there is difference in production and consumption or delivery. But in case of services, your production consumption happen simultaneously. The next our distinctive characteristics is nature of demand. Nature of demand is why tourists go to a demand for a service is not stable, which changes according to the situation. Now take the example, tourists go to hill station only during summers generally. So there is a flexibility in demand in case of service, but in case of good, generally demand is constant. The demand for food items, consumer durable is fluctuating, but it is stable. But in case of services, demand is very flexible and it is unpredictable. Now last characteristic is our quality measurement. In case of service, it is very difficult to measure a quality. You go to any restaurant, what you will measure? First of all, obviously the food quality. Then you will observe the behavior of a waiter, how quickly, neatly he serves you the goods or a food. Then how he behaves, what kind of ambience the hotel has. So many things count when you measure a quality of service. We can quantify the food served in a hotel, but it is very difficult to quantify the way waiter serves the consumer or the behavior of a hotel staff cannot be ignored. So complete quality measurement in case of service is very difficult. So this is our first chapter or first section of your first unit is completed today. We have learned today what is goods and what is service, or service difference between both of these goods as well as service. Then we have understood what is the definition of service marketing. Then we have understood distinctive feature with the example. We'll go slowly to understand this subject. It's very easy to understand, where our concentration is only a service, marketing of service. Next lecture, what we will learn about how marketing challenges as a marketer you will face because of these characteristics and how you will resolve it. Okay, we'll go slowly and we'll understand each and every topic. Students, this is a new form of learning. We are not able to meet face to face, but every problem has an opportunity. So let's take this also a positive thing and we'll learn our subject. I will give you assignments as well as quiz after we finish our next lecture. But during that I will also provide you notes. If it is possible for you, you buy a book of service marketing, or you can approach your seniors for the books. Okay, and or I think library is not allowed for you to go to college, but you can take a help of seniors and you refer a book. But if right now if it is not possible, I will give notes. Study hard and understand the topic. If you have any doubt, you can convey to me. Okay, so best of luck, study hard, and any doubt you are welcome to ask. Thank you. Now which book is good for this service marketing? See, there are various books available in your library, but as a textbook you will take service marketing Vipul series, BMS series. Author is Romeo S. Marker. Yes, take that. This book is very good. Why? Because it has a good example. See, this is your university subject. So in university subject, it's very important when you are writing answer, you should write a good example, good diagram, good explanation. For easy language and good example, this Vipul BMS series is very good. So please refer this book if it is possible. Okay.